Morning, everyone. Welcome to day 11 of Food Naked and Afraid. I am Joyce with Grow Your Green Family, and today I'm here to work with you a little bit on the dry brushing technique that I've talked so much about in the last week or two. If you've been following along, I'm working on a 26-day vegan cleanse, so you know that I've stripped my diet of all meat, animal proteins, dairy, grains, sugar, salt, caffeine, you name it. I'm just down to uh, primarily vegetables, okay? And I'm doing that through juicing and smoothies. But along with the cleanse, I'm also doing lots of physical things to help my body to pull those as my food is eliminating, or as my body's eliminating the toxins. I'm supporting my body in other ways to help pull those toxins out of the body. And the more that I do this, the more that I will make my detox easier on myself. It keeps me feeling good, and it keeps those toxins from getting into my system and sitting there and making me feel crummy. So one of the things I've done is dry brushing. I actually started this a couple of months ago. I came across the idea on the web and was really intrigued by it, primarily because I'm 38 years old and I'm starting to get wrinkles. So I was kind of poking around looking at ways that I might be able to improve my skin tone and skin quality. I also, since I've been pregnant, I have a little girl, she's just 4. Since I was pregnant with her, I've gotten these dry patches of skin on my legs. It's just thick, they're bright red, and they're not itchy or anything. They're just real flaky and dry and kind of bumpy, and they just don't look attractive. It looks like I have a rash all down the front of my calves and a little bit on my big toes and other weird spots. So I've tried some different things and haven't really, skin issues can be tough. I haven't found anything that really works. So I had no expectations of the dry brushing on the rash or on the dry skin. I was mainly looking for just improving my skin quality and making my skin a little bit softer and nicer as the summer months are coming. So I started with this dry brushing. So what I did was, there's not really, I haven't found one video that sort of comprehensively covers everything. So there's different techniques and different methods, and there's different goals with dry brushing. Some people are dry brushing strictly for the exfoliation and the anti-aging, and so they don't really focus too much on the direction that they're going. They're not worried about their lymphatic system. And so some videos are more focused on just doing it, and they have different techniques and different ways. And then other videos are really focused on health support and draining the lymphatic system, and so they're not, they're doing things slightly differently too. So that's why I've written up a post and I've pulled in a few different videos to link to, but I haven't found one that sort of captures everything that I've learned, because I've pulled it from so many different places. So I'm going to demonstrate it here for you guys today. Just realize that this is something I'm learning as I go. That's the thing with natural health. We learn as we go. We don't become an expert and then we start doing it. We start doing it, and over time, as we continue to learn, we get better and better at whatever it is, whether it's smoothies or eating healthier or dry brushing or exercise or whatever. So this is where I'm at with it right now, and as I'm continuing to learn about it, so I'll probably have more information as we move forward, but I'm just going to share with you where I'm at today, and I hope it's helpful to you. So I ordered a kit of dry brushes. Now, in some of the videos I watch, they'll say you can just go to one of the department stores or go to your health food store and find like a shower brush that has natural bristles and use that, okay? You don't have to buy real fancy high-end brushes. But I got sucked into the commercial, honestly, that I was watching, and I was fascinated by it. So I ended up buying a little kit of brushes, a big brush for just overall body use, a smaller brush, which is kind of nice for, when you're working higher up. This gets heavy over time. And then I have a third brush that's for dry brushing your face, because you don't want to use these bigger, stiffer brushes on our delicate facial skin. So I have a smaller brush that's a little bit softer that I use for the dry brushing for my face. So you don't need to buy all this if you don't want to. The cost of all 3 of these together was $80. But you can get just a basic dry brush for 20 bucks. So don't worry too much about it. Go to the department store, see what you can find that's going to work for you if you're on a budget. Never let finances hold you back from moving towards your health goals. There's no reason for it. You can always find a way around a budget. If that's your only concern, then you're good. You're golden. Just take that willingness that you have and do some investigating. Reach out to somebody like me, do some internet surfing, and find your goal. Find a way to make it work for you, because you deserve good health and you can have it on a budget. You do not have to make a lot of money to be healthy, okay? Okay, so the place I always start is with this. I really focus on lymphatic drainage because I'm detoxing and I want to take care of my health forever. Our lymph system, just a quick overview, it's kind of like your circulatory system. Your circulatory system is a series of blood vessels, right, all over your body and other organs, including the heart. But the circulatory system, the heart is pumping, and it actually pushes your blood through the system and keeps everything rotating correctly. But with the lymph system, it's kind of along the same lines. It's all throughout your body. It's vessels and tissues and organs, but they don't have they don't have a heart attached that's pushing your lymph system around. So your lymph system sort of relies on physical movement and manual stimulation to push it around. The lymph system in general is what removes all the garbage from our bodies. Our bodies, every day, there's bacteria dying and viruses dying and cells dying, and we're eliminating things from different system waste products. And the lymph system's job is to carry that waste out so that it can be eliminated by the body. But if we don't get enough physical stimulation, we don't touch ourselves very much, right? A lot of us don't get a lot of physical exercise, and so our lymph can kind of sit stagnant for a lot of the time, and we don't want that. We want it to be moving and healthy and vigorous and good, right? So that's what this technique is really focused on for me, and hopefully it will be for you too. It's about physically stimulating that lymph system, moving all that trash out, and keeping your body healthy. So when you're working with the lymph system, you want to start on the left side of the body. And in the beginning, just work on getting the basic technique down and work on general movements. And over time, you can fine-tune your technique because there are certain places where the lymph system really drains, and you want to move your lymph towards that drainage. But in the beginning, I'm not going to go too much into that. That's sort of the advanced, as you get more experienced with it. You can watch some of the videos I'm going to link on the post that'll help you kind of fine-tune your technique. But today we're just going to focus on general stuff. So I'm going to start with my medium-sized brush. It's lightweight, and I start on the left side of my body, and I'm going to just start at my arms. And what I do is I just do short strokes up all around my arms. You guys get to see my lovely arms. I'm a normal, average woman. I am not a supermodel, so bear with me. This is what I look like. So I just do these short strokes up the body, and you can see I start at the top of my arm, but I'm moving down. So short strokes, all the way to my hands. And when I get to my hands, I just do some real vigorous rubbing. I don't have to stick with the directional stuff. Some people teach you to do circles, that's fine. Both sides, really get in there and do it all. And your brush should be stiff enough that it's leaving your skin a little bit pink, especially after you've really gone over it well. But it should not hurt. It should not be leaving scratches. You should not be super inflamed after it's over. It should not look like you've been beaten. It should just be pink and vigorous looking, and it should feel good, right? So that's the goal. Once I've done my short strokes all the way down, I'm just going to do some longer strokes, starting at the back of the hand, and I'm just pushing that lymph up. And you'll notice if you do this in the bathroom, you've got all kinds of dead skin coming off. So you don't see it much in a regular room, but in the bathroom with the light really bright, you can see you're really exfoliating here. It's so good for you. So I don't know if you'll be able to see it in this light, but my arm is pink, so I'm doing a good job. It doesn't hurt at all, it's just pink. And when I get to the top of the arm, I'm going to stop, okay? And then I do my other arm, and I'll do the exact same thing, just short strokes all the way around. And I'm stopping right about here at the top of the armpit. I'm just brushing to about right here, and doing all the way down the arm. And I'm not going to do every square inch here because I don't want to take up your whole day. Actually, it takes about 10 minutes to do your whole body. Once you kind of get your technique down and you're going. I do it before I shower in the mornings, and I'm quick, and I just do it now, so it's no big deal. Get down, do my other hands, all that sort of thing. Okay. So now both hands are done, and then you might want to put your hair up, so I'll do that quickly. And I like to do the whole top part of my body before I move down. So it's up to you. You could always move to your legs next if you want. But what I do then is I am starting with my shoulders, and I'm just going to do those quick short strokes, and I'm going upwards, okay, and taking that lymph and moving it towards the throat, okay. And then I do a similar, now you could switch, when I do my chest here, you could switch from your light brush to your facial brush if your skin is delicate or if you just want to protect it. You could switch to that here, and you'll do upward strokes. And they say, typically you'll see a lot of videos that say you're going for about 7 strokes on each spot. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and you'll do that all around the throat. Okay, 7, 7, 7. Do the back of the neck, 7, 7, 7, all the way around. And then you can actually come up and around like this. Again, this is more of an advanced thing, but you come up the shoulder, around the top of the neck, and down. And you'll do that 7 times, and around the other side 7 times, okay? And now we're up to our face. So I've done my arms, I've done my chest. You can do your upper back too, going upward towards the top of the neck. And then you're going to start with your face. And there's a whole awesome video that this woman by Body Care does. It's much more effective, but I'll give you a brief overview of her technique. That's what I use. You're doing small U shapes. This kind of, it's an upside down U, starting with the chin on the left side. And then you do the right side of the chin, little U shapes. And you get, 5, 6, 7 good strokes in there. And then do the top of the lip. Make sure a lot of women get our wrinkles right here. I've run into so many women, especially lately. I don't know if I'm just paying more attention, but they get that. They're really worried about the wrinkles on the top of their lip. And I don't have any yet, but I'm sure they'll come. So ladies, if you're worried about that area, any area that you're worried about with your face, you can spend a little bit more time on. And again, you're not being rough. You're not trying to hurt yourself. You're just being consistent and doing a good job with it, right? So U-shaped, doing the top of the lip like this. And then I'm going to go up the nose 7 times, straight up, just the top of the nose. And then after you've done the top of the nose, you move over here and start on the inside of the nose, and you go around the eye, and when you're doing more force on the inside here, and then you lighten up as you go out. You don't want to use a lot of force out here on the outside of your eye. So 7 times, 2, 3, and then so on, so 7 times. Then you're going to start on the inside of this nostril 7 times around. It's a lot of repetition, okay? And then you're going to do your forehead, and we go back to the small upside down U shape. So you're going to do 1, 2, and then you just do the little 7 and cover this whole area in little short circles all the way around, starting on the left side. And you could come down the outside of the eye, work on the cheek, and work on the cheek here, and here, and here, and do this and do a good job. And then you can actually come around the chin right here, and you'll finish out with these kind of long strokes along the bottom of the chin line, okay? And then you go back up, and you're going to do the same thing on this side. So you'll do the little U shapes, U shapes, U shapes, coming down. Again, looking for 7 times in each spot, within reason, ladies. I know we've all got lives and we're busy. So, around 7, going, around through the cheeks and the face. Be careful, not around your eyes. You don't need that. We do this whole area, finishing out, and then we finish it out by coming and pulling along the bottom of the chin line. Okay? Hopefully earlier you did your throat. So as you're coming up from the chest, you'll be doing your throat all the way up. This feels amazing. If you're ever feeling sick, you can actually work on this to move your lymph drainage around, and it'll help with your immune system. So you can do this if you've got a sore throat or something going on in here. It feels really good. It's like having a massage on your throat, which sounds weird, but feels really nice. So you can do your whole throat. You should have done that before you move to the face, okay? All right, so now our whole upper body's done. Our arms are done, our chest is done, our face is done. Sometimes I like to do my ears because those feel really good, and our ears deserve attention too. And then I put my face brush back down, and I switch back to my medium-sized brush, and now I'm going to do my chest. So ladies, we got to do our chest. This is a super important area. You don't find a lot of detail on doing the chest because people don't want to demonstrate that sort of thing. So I'm just going to do the best I can. Y'all bear with me, but you'll get the idea of it. So with each chest, with each breast, you're looking for sort of an outward. You can actually dry brush your breasts if you want to. So you can brush outward from the areola. I can't believe I'm doing this live on Facebook. This is crazy. But I hope it helps you. It's meant to help. So dry brush starting on the left side, your breast going from your nipple outward. And then after you've done that, if you choose to, then you're going to come between your breasts and you're going to circle underneath. Let me stand up a little bit here. Circle underneath and come all the way up to towards the armpit. So you're doing this ideally 7 times under the breast. And then bring it up, and you're going to lift your arm up. You're back to seeing my arm again. Lovely arm. You're doing upward strokes, and you're bringing all that lymph into your armpit. But you don't want to stop at your armpit. You actually want to go up above it. Remember earlier we stopped about right here? Bring your brush and dry brush all the way through the armpit, okay? So up, 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 7 strokes, 7 strokes. Bring it all through here, all through that side part of your chest, the back of your arm, bringing it up to the top right about here. So I'll dry brush. I haven't put any deodorant on today. That's on purpose because I knew I was going to do this. So just dry brushing up to about here, okay? Do that on the same exact thing on the other side. So out from the nipple as many times as you feel comfortable on your breast. Sometimes it helps to hold your breast as you're doing it. And then you're coming down and around like this 7 times, coming up through the armpit, go all the way through the armpit to just above to the top of the arm. Okay, you don't want to skip the armpit. It's really important. Okay, so now we're done with the chest. On the back, we're still, you should have done the upper part of your back upward strokes earlier. I actually ordered one that has a handle on it. If you can get one that comes with a handle, that would be really helpful. I didn't think of that, and they didn't send one, so I just ordered a new one so I could do my back more easily. So the top part of your back is upward strokes towards the back of your neck, and then from here you're actually going to go down. So right about your bra strap line, you're actually starting to go downward, and you'll just brush that whole area. Everything else is back up. And then the middle of your back, I'm going to try to adjust my camera here. Let's hope it doesn't fall down, right? Let's hope. If not, you guys will get a little fun ride there for a second. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to back up here a little bit. And you get your belly. There's not a lot of information on the belly. Some people say you should be doing circles. I just did downward from under the breast. I do downward from here. And then my belly, I will brush upwards. But the belly, the lower part of my belly, I consider to be part of my leg. So we'll get to that in just a minute. So I just do down, 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 all the way around, and I'm done with that. And then from here, I move on to the legs, and I save this lower part of my body for very last. So I go to the legs, and I'm going to pick the camera up here because you guys aren't going to be able to see my legs like this, I feel like. Maybe if I step really far back. Okay, great. So hopefully you can hear me well still. So when you're working on the legs, it's a lot like the arms. So I'm going to start at the top of my thigh, and I do the short strokes all the way up and around, and I do the whole thing this way. Stroke, stroke, brushing, 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 brushing. If you've got a little footstool in the bathroom, we do. My daughter's 4, so we have a footstool. I put my foot up on there. Keep going. Don't forget to do the back of your knees. Again, that's another big lymph area. You've got lymph nodes in the back of your knees, so you want to make sure you brush there. If you have varicose veins, be careful of your varicose veins. Be very gentle. You don't want to be brushing hard on a varicose vein area. So go a little more slowly, go around the varicose veins if you can. Just be very delicate. It's a delicate tissue, and you don't want to make anything worse or to hurt anything. So keep going. Do your knees all the way down. I'm going to put my foot up on the couch. All the way down the leg. When you get to the feet, you're going to scrub back and forth just like you did on your hands. Scrub back and forth. Don't forget to do the bottoms. And then you'll do long strokes all the way back up. Start at the toes, and you'll do just long strokes all the way up. All the way up, inside, outside, just like this. When we get back up to the top of the thigh, we've now done our whole leg. We're trying to again follow that lymph drainage. We've just moved all this lymph around. We want to now help encourage it to get out of the system. So what you're going to do is you're going to follow along your bikini line like this 7 times, and you're taking it around your rear end to the top to your tailbone right here. So I start 1 to the back, 2, 3, 4, and then up to 7 times, okay? Feel free to do your rear end too after I've done my legs, and I do my rear end. And just straight upward from the back of the thigh. This reportedly does help with cellulite. I haven't been doing it long enough to see a huge difference in that, but I will keep you guys posted. If it magically disappears, you'll be the first to know. But I will, I just do this whole area, bring it up, and bring it all towards, if you do your whole rear end, you're going to bring it towards the base of your spine, okay? And then you're just going to do the whole thing on the other side, same exact thing, round to the tailbone when you get to the end. And then I do my last bit. Okay, sorry about that. Somebody called me. I didn't see that coming. I'm pretty much done with the demonstration anyway. I finish up by dry brushing the lower part of my stomach, and then I'm all done. Then I can go take a shower, and all those products that we spend so much money on, the lotions and the face washes and the body rub and all that sort of thing, they're going to be so much more effective because we just exfoliated our bodies, and we've got that lymph moving out, and hopefully we're feeling really good at this point. Do this for a few weeks. I think you'll see a huge difference with it. I did. That dry patches on my skin are almost gone on my legs. I am more than happy to wear shorts now. I don't feel weird about that at all. So this summer is going to be awesome. My arms feel amazingly smooth and soft. My face, I feel like, has gotten so much better. Some of the aging stuff that I've noticed up on my forehead and all that has really gotten a lot better as well. So I hope you enjoy it. I hope this was a helpful demonstration. Thanks so much for sticking with me. I am sorry about the phone call. So that's the joy of live Facebook Live, right? We get to share all the little blips and things. So thank you so much for joining me. I'll be checking in with you tomorrow on day 12 of Food Naked and Afraid. Thanks.